What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So this is my reaction, next day reaction to the performance of newly crowned unified IBF, WBA, Ring Magazine, welterweight, undefeated world champion superstar boxer, the Phenom, as I refer to him as, Jaron Boots Ennis, who is now 34 wins, no losses, no draws, 30 wins by way of knockout, 27 years of age, 5'10" with a 74-inch arm reach. Jaron Boots Ennis, last night he stopped then undefeated Lithuanian star WBA welterweight undefeated world champion Eimantas Stanionis, who is now 15 wins, 1 loss, no draws, 9 wins by way of knockout, 30 years of age, 5'8" with a 68-inch arm reach. I predicted that Jaron Ennis would win a 10th round knockout victory over Eimantas Stanionis. It ended up being a 6th round or going into the 7th round knockout victory, right? He didn't come out for the 7th round, right? His corner threw in the towel, shockingly. I didn't think they was going to throw in the towel. I thought that he was going to take a lot of punishment. My prediction of how the fight would play out was spot on. I was exactly right in my prediction. I said the uppercuts from Jaron Boots Ennis, the hooks around the high guard of Jaron Ennis on Eimantas Stanionis is going to be a problem from Stanionis, especially if Boots fights from the outside. And it was just that. I said on the inside, if Boots Ennis is overzealous and toe-to-toe, Stanionis will have opportunities. He'll land big punches on the inside, and he can land some heavy, clean punches on Boots Ennis. And guess what Stanionis did? On the inside, he landed some big, clean punches because Boots Ennis can be defensively irresponsible. With that said, to give you my grade on what I think about the fight and my grade for Jaron Boots Ennis' performance is a B+. It's a B+ performance. I know everybody's saying he looks spectacular. It was B+. Because my expectations of Jaron Boots Ennis is higher than what he showed yesterday. My expectations is higher because of what I seen Jaron Ennis, what his father trainer, Bozy Ennis, do up in Philly many times. I know the capabilities of Jaron Ennis, the skill set, the size, the explosiveness, right? I think that Jaron Ennis loses focus too quickly, right? He just loses concentration, and he's playing to the crowd, and he's showboating, and he's, dancing, and he's putting his hands at his side, and the fight is not in hand. Like he said, he's having fun, and I get it. Have fun after the fight is already completely in control, in hand. You getting hit clean, okay? And the problem that I have, 2 things that jump right out at me. Outside of the showboating and the showmanship and the playing around, is his accuracy is not on point like it should be, and his defense is not on point like it should be. A lot of flashiness, a lot of combinations, right? But Stanionis was catching the punches. He's so fast, he's so athletic, he's so explosive that obviously punches are gonna get through, and they did. But the problem is that Jaron Ennis can be so much better if he's just dialed in 100%, sharper, more accurate with his punches, and be defensively more responsible. I know he likes to entertain the crowd. I know he likes to perform. I know he likes to, be a showman. When you step up in level of competition, right, that could be a problem. If you play in those games, that can be a serious problem, right? If you fighting the Virgil Ortizes of the world, Brian Norman, who's explosive, Brian Norman is explosive. Brian Norman has power. Brian Norman is athletic. He's more athletic than Stanionis. He's more athletic than Karen Chugajan. He's more athletic than David Avanesian. He's more explosive and has more power. Not to say Boots would lose or get knocked out. I'm just saying that he needs to clean those things up, because his abilities is a lot better than what I seen last night. It's a lot better than what I seen last night. His defense could be a lot better than what I saw last night. His accuracy, his sharpness could be a lot better than what I saw last night. The problem I have with his defense, the same exact punches 3 fights in a row I've witnessed get through. When you practice bad habits, you will display bad habits on the biggest stages. He can get away with that against Stanionis. Get away with that against Karen Chugajan. You can get away with that against David Avanesian. Some point in time, you will not be able to get away with that, and it will start to become muscle memory. Bad habits become muscle memory. And so with that said, for instance, he got hit with the same punches 3 fights in a row on the inside. Those hooks, the straight right hands, pulling straight back. When you look at the greats, the legends in the sport, the Floyds, they don't get hit with the same punches 3 fights in a row. Terrence Crawford, he don't get hit with the same punches 3 fights in a row. Right? Pernell Whitaker, they ain't gonna get hit with the same punches 3 fights in a row. It's not gonna happen. Timothy Bradley, when you look at Timothy Bradley's career, he got hit by Ruslan Paragnikov. Look at his next fight against Juan Manuel Marquez. He didn't get hit with the same punches in the next fight. He's getting hit with the same punches 3 fights in a row. You got to clean up the defense. That's why it's not an A+ performance, because I believe that Jaron Ennis can be a lot better than what he displayed yesterday. He was missing with a lot of punches. Yes, he said that Stanionis' style and his height, he squatted down a lot shorter than what his natural height is, so that made it difficult to find him. His jab wasn't sharp. It was active, but it wasn't sharp. The jab to the body, stabbing him to the body, jabbing him to the body, bang, and freezing him, that was sharp. That was accurate. His jab up top wasn't. It was just active. It was busy, but it wasn't accurate. It could be a lot sharper. My expectations of the phenom, as I refer to him as, is higher than what I saw yesterday. So that's why I said it's a B. But he won. Hopefully we see Brian Norman next. So let's see how this unfolds, man. Once you move up to 154 pounds, things start to change. And he said he want to go to 54, 60. Can't perform like that. You go to 154 and do what you did against Jermell Charlo yesterday, it's going to be a long night. You do what you did against Sebastian Fundora, it's going to be a long night at 154. Maybe able to get away with it, Virgil Ortiz, because he got such slow feet. Bakram Mataliev, it's going to be a long night. So let's see how this unfolds and plays out, man. Because they are bigger than he is. They're probably stronger than he is. It's going to be a long night. He's bigger than David Avanesian. He's bigger than Karen Chugajan. He's bigger than Eimantas Stanionis. He would be bigger than Brian Norman. Mario Barrios, he won't be bigger than, but Mario Barrios' defense is so suspect. Jaron should be able to pick him apart. But again, like I said, you move up. Jermell Charlo, 6 feet tall with a 74-inch arm reach. You can't get away with that against Jermell Charlo. Sebastian Fundora, 6'6" with an 80-inch arm reach. You ain't gonna get away with that. And he a southpaw. Bakram Mataliev, 6 foot tall, 74-inch arm reach. You ain't gonna get away with that. Virgil Ortiz is your height. Short arms though. Virgil got 70-inch arms. But Virgil is durable and he's explosive with a lot of power. Those hooks, those defensive mistakes you make on the inside against Stanionis, David Avanesian, and Karen, you can't make those mistakes against Virgil Ortiz. That's my issue. But that's all I got for y'all, man. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. I'm gone. Peace.